Welcome back. You're watching Icons of New India. Now, solid infrastructure is a key driver of growth and development in any economy. And today, we've traveled to New Delhi to meet with a company that aims to provide the best in architectural hardware solutions. Helmed by Alok Agarwal, Ozone is an architectural hardware solutions company that offers over 3,000 products and services to its customers. The company has worked on prestigious projects including the Delhi, Mumbai and Kolkata airports, the Delhi Metro, the Commonwealth Games Village and various hotels and universities. Well, we're now here with the Managing Director of Ozone Overseas, Mr. Alok Agarwal, to decode his mantra for success. Mr. Agarwal, welcome to the show. So let's start at the top. Can you tell us about the inception of your company and the initial few years?
Initial part of my career, I was working with my father in his steel business, and in the late 90s, steel had a downturn, and the mandate was that I should venture out and look for a new business for the family, and also I was not very interested in the steel business which I was handling. So I went out and trying to look for new business, and I came upon this Korean company which was dealing in very high quality locks, and I visited their manufacturing, and thereafter I researched the industry a little bit, traveled into Europe and to a few exhibitions, and I realized that there was tremendous potentials to get into India products which were international quality and yet not available in the country, though expensive, but there was a definitive demand in the market. So we decided that to import and market products would be a good idea, and hence Ozone was there.
But I believe today Ozone has a great manufacturing capacity both in India and overseas. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we have a significant portion of our revenues coming from the manufacturing in India. And we have certain investment and certain tie-ups for manufacturing products overseas which are ready to shelve. Largely our model is still import based because it's a larger range of products. It's not possible to manufacture everything in India. So we have a facility in Himachal, Kalam, where we manufacture a lot of glass fittings, railing products, and we are also manufacturing electronic safes and fire doors. So essentially these are high technology products. We have a state-of-the-art factory, and that enables us to be competitive internationally, both in terms of quality and pricing.
Right. Now let's talk a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey. You, like any entrepreneur, I'm sure, have come across various challenges and obstacles along the way. Can you tell us a little bit about these challenges and how you've overcome them with time?
As an entrepreneur, I would say that resources are a challenge. So you could classify the resources. The biggest one being capital, money. You need sheer money to start off something, sheer money to have offices, to have stocks, warehouses, even computers for your people. Then thereafter, because we were a smaller company, to get the right people, to get the right sales guys, to train them, to have samples for them. So that was a challenge to invest into them, and also for people to join a smaller company was a very big deal. And then of course related, the biggest challenge again was when we went into the market. When we are trying to compete with established multinational players, which are so-called European and American and everything, and then you got to tell them that an Indian company with exactly the same products had to can compete with them in terms of quality, in terms of durability, etc. So that was hard part to convince, that an Indian company could do all these things which the biggest MNCs were promising. But end of the day, I think it's been a great journey, and it's been very rewarding. Actually, that is the point of satisfaction, that we've been able to overcome those hurdles over the years and been able to establish us.
Now, infrastructure is in any economy a great driver for both growth and development. So given this, India does provide a great opportunity, especially for a company like yours. How are you really kind of harnessing the opportunities that you come across in India?
You see, India is a great place to be for business. Of course, we are a growing economy. We have a younger average age of population. People are now willing to experiment, to use new products, use new technology. So in that sense, things are very good, and we believe that the market and country has a great future ahead.
And now with the great advances made in the space of technology, what would you say are some of the best practices in technology that you've adapted at Ozone, and has this helped your company grow in any way?
Yeah, that's a very good question actually. So a classic question for a lot of small enterprises is that, small or medium enterprise, is whether they should invest in technology. They have limited resources also in terms of capital, and whether they should actually invest in technology or try to finance their working capital cycle. What we did a few years ago was that we actually stopped ourselves. We said we should build our backend, build a IT backbone for the company to enable us to service a larger number of customers, consumers, to handle a larger range of products, multi-locational warehouses. So we went ahead and implemented a ERP system. So it was very costly, both in terms of software, in terms of hardware. Also, it was very painful to implement it because your team had to go through the entire training process, and also you have to align your customers in the entire ecosystem. But I think we did that, we took on that pain, we came out well, and that has really helped us grow in leaps and bounds, and to also be able to accept good practices which are for business, which are applicable internationally, which people do that. And so here we have multiple warehouses linked with a IT backbone on an ERP, so we're able to deliver from multiple ways, we're able to process a larger quantity of orders. So that has really helped us. In terms of also in terms of technology, so we have launched an Ozone app on the Android, as far as going on the iOS also. So that is going to, we feel, give us a better connect with our B2B customers in the first round, because they will be able to look at the products, they will be able to get the specifications, they will be able to get the pricing for a very large range of products, and also that gets updated real time online. So that's a big thing. So we move away from basic printed catalogs and onto an app which is available everywhere. So that's about the IT part.
Okay, great. And speaking of experiences that you offer to your customer, we're currently in one of these experiences, which I believe you call the Ozone Hub. Can you tell us what are the various products that we have on display here? How have customers reacted to this? Does it increase your sales in any way?
The idea is to be able to see or show to people how products are installed, how they would look when they are installed. We also conduct training programs in our hubs, which is for carpenters, for glass fabricators, etc., so that they can understand how to use the product, how to install it. So a lot of times we get architects, interior designers, so they are also able to give a better suggestion, better idea to their end clients as to what products they should use. So it's a whole gamut of activities which we are doing. Also, we are using it for internal training purposes. So that's the complete idea about it.
And just finally, where do you see yourself and your company heading from this point on?
See, as I mentioned earlier, we don't have a very, of course, we don't take each day as it comes. We do have a vision going forward, but basically we want to entrench ourselves stronger, and in the Indian market, our brand to be stronger. People should have Ozone synonymous with quality and range of products. But we would also like to take this value system overseas to other international markets. So we are already selling in the Middle East, we're selling to the US market, and we're selling to developed economies in Europe, including Germany, Italy, UK, and that too with the Ozone brand. So we really look forward to having the Ozone brand being popular in a larger number of countries overseas.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Agarwal, for being with us, and all the best with your future endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Well, that's all we have time for on this episode of Icons of New India. But do join us again next time as we meet with 2 more companies that are defining new paradigms of success. Until then, from the entire team, many thanks for watching.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.